You're listening to Empire of Rust, the world's first and only Transformers RPG podcast. Join the fight as Carapace, Rex, Magnum, Wildstrike, and Sweet Spot fight their way through Iacon's underworld against criminal empires and a movement determined to bring an end to the Cybertronian Confederation.
What about you, Matt? Are you ready to do this?
Sure. I'm here.
Hey, Matt, you're no longer the weird one.
Well, I don't know about that.
Give it time.
You're only temporarily weird.
He's got the market cornered there. Don't worry.
He is the corner market.
Welcome back, everyone, to Empire of Rust, your one true Transformers RPG podcast, the world's only Transformers RPG podcast. Isn't that right, gentlemen?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeep, yeep, yeep.
You know that's right.
So we ended the last episode on a bit of a cliffhanger. We never do that.
That isn't all unusual.
I don't know. I think the end kind of came together pretty well.
A big deal arose? Is that? Yeah? Are we all going to make a terrible pun?
Why not? If there's anywhere it's going to fit, it's right here in the beginning.
Okay.
I'd say I hate you, but now you're me, so I hate us.
We hate us. Please include
I hate
me in
all
everything.
of you. Just makes it easier to hate all of you.
Why don't you start us off, Pat? Because you had a bunch of things that you were interested in, right?
Okay, so we are a combiner kind of against our will. So that's kind of neat because we're now sharing like both physical space and consciousness. And like the idea of the radical perspective changes, like I'm really upset that like Sweet Spot's gonna know I actually respect him, you know, and it's like
shucks.
Stuff like that. And it's just like, but you know, like, because like when I look at my hand, normally I recognize that hand as myself. But now when I look at my hand, I'm going to see Sweet Spot and want to cut it off. You know? Well, sorry, your leg. Your leg. I keep forgetting about that. Sorry. Yeah. So our respective parts. I'm the. I'll be the body because I'm a tank and I'm the only one that actually has any physical stats represented in this thing. So, but just like that idea of like not only. Now we're huge, so seeing the world from a different perspective. So can you all see through my eyes, or like can I see through like your hands and feet? Like how does this work?
I imagine all of you are going to be seeing through... Actually, you know what? No, I'm not going to describe it. Why don't you guys decide that? This is all you.
Because that would be really cool. Like, you know, we'd like have like eyes in the back of our head or hands, you know, in this case.
I think we should all see through the head.
I suppose it would make punching a lot more accurate because you could really see where it's going.
The arm might not want to get punched, so keep missing.
Right.
Especially if your head's right in the front.
I'll hit his chest with my face.
Yes, exactly.
Over and over and over. Stop. Someone stop me.
I do imagine that you'd probably see like out one set of eyes, like everyone will see out Carapace's eyes now.
The primary head, yeah. So you guys all have gray eyes now, and they're beautiful.
Dream.
You're only saying that because you know I've always thought so.
I do, and I do that now. Yeah. Why is like 2/5 of me really upset and afraid of the rest of me? Oh, this is so weird.
Speaking of which, Wildstrike, Sweet Spot, and Carapace all were joined together, but this is a true classic combiner, which means you need to have at least 5 bots. So that means you have a couple of friends in there that you do not know about.
Well, we do now.
You do now. So when all this went down, Arctic and Legionnaire were the two closest bots to the door of the cell that they were hiding in. And when the Enigma of Combination went off, its energy tendrils went in and grabbed those two, bringing them into your combination. So tell me, what are they? Are they arms? Are they Legs, what are they?
Well, I've claimed the body.
I'm definitely going to be one of the legs.
Wildstrike will be one of the arms, so the leech be an arm or a leg.
So if you don't remember, Legionnaire was Zaron's bodyguard, and Arctic is one of the security officers, essentially a cop.
Let Arctic be the other arm, because that way we'll have a cold shoulder.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want Arctic to be a leg? I mean, he is a flatfoot.
But then you'd get cold feet.
I was going to say we get cold feet. And you can give us a swift kick in the pants,
I think Legionnaire should actually be the shield side arm. If he's used to being a bodyguard, he should be used to taking some hits.
That makes a lot of sense.
Sure, yeah, I'm cool with that. He's the beefy arm, and not that you're not beefy, Wildstrike. I think you're my favorite arm, so,
you get to hold the weapons. He doesn't let anyone do that.
So that happened. The five of you are combined together, hunched over in front of the cell that Carapace was trying to break through. You were trying to break through the outer wall of the jail cell and trying to get into like the substrate of Cybertron, and you were making some pretty good progress. You think maybe one or two more good hits will get you through the wall of the prison cell, and then you can probably just head straight on through as you dig through. But that's not going to happen right now because you have other concerns as the torso of this ginormous bot.
Now you need a much bigger hole, too. I mean,
yes.
It's a lot more work.
So, I don't even know what you guys were actually doing because I've just been wailing on this wall. So,
Well, I was out in the hallway trying to make some cover and create some chaos.
I was being a wall being wailed on.
Yeah, I can see that. I see you.
You guys have two of the badgeless who are in the hallway right in front of you. Oh, speaking of which, what have all of you decided on a name for your combined form?
Well, I came up with one, and I'm not sure if the rest of my body will agree with it, but I feel it's kind of an appropriate name considering the situation. Alloy.
I think that if everyone decides their own name would probably be very appropriate for our party.
Right. Moniker Chuck, But Alloy was the name that I had come up with because, we're the blending of a bunch of things to be made stronger.
Mm. Oh, yeah.
I like
Out of metal.
I like it a lot.
That's pretty good.
Shall we give it a try? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Alloy.
Alloy?
All together.
Are we going to do like a Borg thing? We are the Borg.
How about we are Alloy? On 3, 2, 1.
We are Alloy. Wow, we're doing that way too slow.
Yeah, that was way too slow.
But you know what? That's appropriate. It's our first time trying to speak as one.
It's a little known fact that all combiners have speech impediments, at least at the beginning.
Right?
Very true.
Well, that should have been a warning on the outside of that thing.
Right.
The who's-a-majigger of confusion doesn't have warnings.
So yeah, out in front, there are two badgeless in the hallway directly in front of Alloy. There are two kind of far in the back that have been taking shots at Sweet Spot and Wildstrike. And Magnum and Pythagoras, poor Pythagoras and Magnum, have 3 bots that are climbing up all over you. In fact...
Trying to.
Magnum, give me a perception check.
4 of your friends have suddenly died.
22.
Well, you just heard something bizarre. It sounds like 5 bots being grinded and smushed together, so you hear metal scraping and tearing. It sounds very disturbing. If we were playing a different game, I'd have you make a sanity check.
Sort of redundant, I mean, really.
It really is.
Sounds like the cry of 5 voices all crying out in confusion. And then we're silent. I fear something ridiculous has happened.
Take it easy, old man. There's no such thing as the Combiner.
You don't believe in the Combiner. He doesn't believe in you, man.
So, we must be totally overwhelmed. Like, all of our thoughts and emotions mixing together. Like, is there, a sanity check? Or, do we have to, not go nuts right now?
I'm gonna have you do something on your turn.
Okay, cool.
If you're gonna fall forward. There's 2 bad guys in front of you.
Right.
And presumably lots of puddles of oil at this point.
Well, they're more like streaks than puddles.
Okay, so the way this is, because we're still in the middle of our combat rounds over here, and this whole thing has happened, so we need to do a couple of quick things here. So you'll notice I just modified the turn order a little bit, and the way this is going to work is the 3 of you can rotate rolling dice for Alloy. I believe the order was Sweet Spot, Wild Strike, Carapace. So
that makes sense. I mean, Sweet Spot should go first.
So what we'll do is every time that that Alloy needs to make a roll or needs to roll dice or anything, we'll start with Sweet Spot, and then the next turn we'll go to Wild Strike, and the next turn we'll go to Carapace.
Okay.
That way, all of you have a chance to roll some dice. But first thing I need you to do is initiative for Alloy. So, Sweet Spot, why don't you go ahead and start us off and roll some initiative for Alloy.
Okay. Boom. Chakalaka. All right. So, as a function of a Combiner, we do have shared feats and abilities and whatnot. So, and it's all adjusted by size. So overall, I had a +4 for my own improved initiative, which I add to the mix. And overall, we had a +2 for our collective, dexterity. And that was it. And I rolled a 5, so there you go. It's 11. 11 is my initiative number for Alloy.
I imagine that everyone in Alloy is kind of like working together and almost against each other kind of at the same time as they try to figure out how to start moving. So it makes perfect sense that you're certainly slower than you would be, Sweets, but you're probably it's probably going to be much faster on average than Carapace would be.
Yeah, but I'm still feeling quite a lot of self-doubt all of a sudden, where I didn't before. This is new.
Yeah, I feel really weird because I realize that I can't actually swing out and hit stuff. I'm literally just the body that's waiting to get hit.
Now you know how I feel.
Right.
So Alloy is going in between Magnum and the enemies, and since the guards just had their turn, that brings us back to the top of the round, which means Magnum, it is your turn to start us off.
All right. So these guys tried to climb me last time, but they didn't, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, you were transforming little bits and pieces of you and just stopping them from climbing up. Bringing in your windowsills and stuff like that.
It's a flower box? No flower box. I can't remember who I was shooting last, so I will just shoot the guy on the left.
You have not shot any of those. So the last one you shot, I think you killed.
Oh. 7. Shoot cannon at him. And 22, which is a crit.
Ooh.
So for the guy on the left.
7's the miss, 22 is a hit.
So that would be 15 damage to the guy on the left. Plus, and he loses, his AC goes down by 3.
Is there a critical effect for that weapon?
It's a special weapon, so I don't know. I guess there is no crit effect. It's a glass gas cannon, but it has a side effect.
Yeah, so the side effect works all the time, but it does not have an additional critical effect, correct?
No, there's no crit effect that I know of. So
Perfect.
there's just normal double damage, I guess. I assume the AC decrease doesn't get doubled.
Right, yeah. And how long does that effect last?
For 4 rounds. It's always going to be 4 rounds.
Alright, that is noted. That guy is ridiculously easy to hit. In fact, Pythagoras, you could probably jump down and punch him and hit him.
Yes, if I wanted to get completely beat up after that. Yes. I'll just stay up here undercover, if you don't mind. So I'm done.
How dare you control your own character?
I know. We're so jealous now.
Yeah, I know, right?
All right, that brings us to Alloy's turn. So,
Alloy.
I'm already regretting that name.
so the way a combiner works in terms of the actions that you take, all of the components need to come to a decision within a reasonable amount of time as to what that action is going to be. And if all of the components agree on that action, then the combiner acts as normal and acts out whatever action that is. So in that respect, let me ask all of you, Wild Strike, Sweet Spot, and Carapace, what do you want to do for this turn?
Attack the badgeless.
Yes.
Yep.
Agreed.
I'm feeling like I should be diplomatic, although I know we're already in combat and it's too late for that. However, I'm feeling like an urge to kind of be intimidated right now.
Yeah, it's like you get to feel how I feel all the time. This is fun.
So if attacking the badge, this is the way to do that, I'm all for it.
Do it.
Let's go ahead and see what Legionnaire and what Arctic want to do.
We have plurality. You don't matter.
Whoa.
But I want you to want this. I want
macrame?
you
What?
to want this. I need you to kill them.
I was gonna keep that out of my head, but now you did it.
So this is the fun thing is now we
in my
get
head for the next
the
month.
5 songs stuck in our heads simultaneously.
That's the fun thing.
No, it's just it's one of the nightmares of this, you know.
It's more fun when they're all different.
Yes. Yeah. But that also means we can do like harmonies and choruses and that kind of shit in our head. Like we could do like a round with ourselves. You know how awesome that is?
Very?
The bad guys just watch you guys for the next 5 rounds while you just sing. Apparently we're in a musical. We didn't know.
We are the man of many voice.
Isn't that what being intimidated is all about?
All right, so the 3 of you agree on what you want to do. Legionnaire agrees with you and thinks that you should all attack the people who are attacking you. He is a bit more defensively minded, so he is pretty much thinking, keep your arms up to block. It's like keep the left hand up and then strike with the right hand. That's what he's thinking. Arctic is less convinced, and you can kind of tell, like as you're trying to make this decision, Arctic doesn't want to hurt her fellow cops, her fellow security officers. How do you want to handle this? You can feel her hesitance.
Can I try to diplomatize her into agreeing with the lot of us?
Yeah, like let her know about the mind control thing, and that we won't kill them if we hit them. I mean, we probably will because we're stronger, but we don't know that yet.
She probably does know that now that you thought it.
No, but I don't know that yet. Patrick knows, but I don't know.
I'm
Alloy doesn't.
pretty sure you would have the best idea out of any of us.
No, but I'm saying, like, none of us has been a combiner before. We don't know how this works. So we're just going to be like, okay, well, let's shoot them, and all of a sudden they're going to be disintegrated, and we're going to go, holy shit!
Well, you'll go, holy shit. The rest of us will go, holy shit!
Yeah.
What the hell did we just do?
This is the best thing that's ever happened to us!
All right, well, go ahead then, Sweet. So go ahead and give me a diplomacy roll.
Now I'm going to be going straight off of my character, because I'm trying to diplomatize a different part of myself.
Exactly. You're interacting with your other leg.
Move your big toe. Move your big toe toward them so we can hit them.
The cruel tutelage of Pythagoras.
Yes. All right. Where the hell is my diplomacy? There it is.
And I'll run this as just a straight opposed roll.
Okay. Well, I rolled an 18, and diplomacy is a +9 for me, so it looks like I'm getting a big old 27.
I rolled a nat 20. Still not enough.
Aha.
So yeah, you go ahead and you convince Arctic. Like, what are you gonna say to Arctic? How are you gonna convince her?
Well, you know, Arctic, they are trying to take us down, and most likely they're gonna be shooting at the legs. That's you, and that's me. So let's kind of take care of them before they take care of us, and we'll be as gentle and loving as we possibly can. All right, you with me? Everyone with me? All right, let's do this.
Can we subdue them?
Oh, sure. We'll subdue the hell out of them. No problem.
She's on board.
Do I have the reach to get to that first one?
Well, we have a tactical cathode cannon, which would hit both of them.
Also, it is Wildstrike's turn to actually do some rolling for Alloy.
Oh, it is.
Mm-hmm. Sweet Spot, you did the first one, so...
Oh, we're each taking a turn on the initiative?
That's what my thought was.
What does Sweet Spot do?
I thought it was every initiative would be a different thing.
I think every
okay.
round, each of us would have control of it.
Yeah.
So, first round.
No,
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that's right. No. Sweet. Yeah, you're right. Sweet Spot. This should be your turn for it. Your round.
So the whole
It's like
the
otherwise
whole
we'd
round
have
is
5
me.
actions per round, which is insane.
Right. The whole round is me rolling.
Yeah. So Sweet Spot, what do you want to do? Do you want to just punch them? Do you want to try and find a weapon you can use? How do you want to approach this?
The weapons I'm used to having aren't where they usually are. So I would like to punch the one that's directly in front of me, but he's about 1 square away, so I'm wondering if I have the reach to get there without moving.
You have a cannon on your shoulder now. Can't you feel it?
Oh, okay.
You reach up to your shoulder and trying to find the cannon that Carapace is talking about, and you remember that Carapace had a cannon on his shoulder, but there's no cannon up there for you. Mm-hmm. But since you went ahead and since you said you want to just punch them, you're just going to punch them.
And I'll be yelling at them as I do. Get back! Get back! You don't want none of this. Why is my voice so deep? Deeper.
Why, indeed.
This goes out to all the Transformers I'm about to punch.
Hit me with your best shot. All right, so plus 27. Well, that would make this carry the 3, divide by 2, decimal, divide by pi. Well, that right there is that's a 40 to hit. 27, and I rolled a 13.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's a hit. Just barely, though. Just barely. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Oh, thank God. No wonder we need to turn into a combiner in the story to take on these guys. All right, and the damage, am I using the computer model here? That seems right.
Is that accurate? That's a lot.
60-10 plus 7 is a lot. 40 to hit, 40 points of damage. Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
40 points of damage. That's like double 2020.
It's exactly double 2020.
Well, guess what? You not only kill that badgeless, you knock him all the way back down the hall against the door.
There was another badge that's right behind him.
You hit him so hard, he went flying over the one behind him.
We can choose to do non-lethal damage, if that matters.
Well, now you tell me. I've never been this strong.
Okay.
It's actually an unarmed strike that it has to be non-lethal if it's unarmed, unless you have improved. Somebody has improved unarmed
That's
strike.
actually accurate. Yeah.
So this is a lot of non-lethal damage.
You can technically kill somebody with non-lethal damage, but it's hard to do.
All right. Boom.
I'll forget that I'm actually sorry and shocked at that and try to be mean and menacing to the one down here, just a little further down the hall, and just yell, "Get out of here!"
Nice. That was a standard action. Carapace and Wild Strike. You, if you have the ability to, can activate powers or abilities as a free action. So if there is any of those that you want to activate on this turn, you are more than welcome to do that.
I don't think I have anything that can really be done.
Yeah, I have things that affect weapons, but if we're just punching shit, then I don't think that'll work.
Do they have access to my stuff as well?
Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah, I believe it's any power or ability that the combiner has can be activated as a free action.
Well, the force missile would be the only other thing that I would have that could be.
What does your force missile do?
It's just like magic missile. It's either 2 or 3 missiles. The 3 missiles is if you're doing it as a full round action, which you can't do, so it would just be 2 missiles, same target or within 30 feet of each other, 1d4 plus 1.
What's going on over there, guys? It sounds like, I don't know, you bowling?
Bowling for bots.
I just heard a big pong!
I will pass. There's nothing I can do, so.
Okay, and Mike?
Yeah, I'll pass as well.
Okay. Over to the guards.
Oh, actually, can I try to sense throughout my body where that gun might be?
Once it comes back to you, yes.
Okay, I was just saying as my free action pass thing.
Oh, in that case then, yeah, sure. And once it comes around to your turn, I will tell you exactly what you feel.
Perfect. Are we considered squeezing? Are we kneeling? What's our...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're definitely considered as squeezing.
Okay.
You're a 15 by 15 foot bot in a 10 by 10 space.
I just wanted to make sure. So I was going to say, like, we threaten out 3 squares normally, but I think when you're squeezing, it would probably be 2 squares.
Yeah, that's how I figured it. Okay, Magnum, you have 3 bots directly in front of you. They're all going to try to take some shots at you. And if I recall correctly, Pythagoras was completely ensconced within you.
He has full cover in the turret, so...
Okay. That is going to be a 15 to hit you.
That's just to say right now it's going to hit me.
Okay. Well, if that's the case... so a 15, a 20-something, and a 12. A 13, I'm sorry.
Yep. If I remember correctly, my AC is 10 right now.
Makes sense. You are, after all, a building. And if I remember correctly, I was doing piddling damage against you because of your DR. So let's continue that trend.
Sounds good to me.
That is going to be 6 damage on the first shot. That is going to be minimum damage 4 on the next. And 6, 7, 8 on the third.
8. You get dealt you 1 point of damage.
Ooh, all right. Chipping away at you.
Oh no, Magnum's hurt. He's going down. We're all lost. We're doomed. I might be reading more into that, though.
Oh dear, you nicked my earlobe.
The badgeless that was behind the one that you just attacked is going to back up. So you do get an attack of opportunity if you want.
No, I don't.
No, not you, Alloy.
So unless one of us has some sort of natural attack as a racial ability or improved natural attack, we actually don't threaten with our hands. Like off turn.
Good to know.
Yeah, I just looked that up.
Alright, so the badgeress behind the one that you just smacked is going to back off a bit. A little bit intimidated from the massive hit that Alloy has dealt. And the 2 in the back over here, they're scared, but they are going to attempt to take a couple of shots at this big-ass target right down the hall. There was 2 of them with weapons that had pointed them at you. Alloy. I think both of these are going to be hits, so let's see. That is a 25 and a 21.
Yep.
And we'll say that because they are a little bit intimidated, they only took 1 shot. They're a little on the concern side. That's going to be 5, 6, 7, and that's going to be 5, 6, 7 again. So total of 14 fire damage against Alloy. I'll say whoever's round it is to control is going to be the one dealing with the damage.
All right, so it'll be me until next turn. Until the next up, right? So how much was that?
Total of 14 fire damage. Specifically, 2 hits of 7 apiece.
Noted. Barely.
And while you're doing, I know, right? While you're doing that, Magnum and Pythagoras, it is back up to you.
Take a shot with the old cannon at the guy I shot at last time. And it may be a broadside of a barn, but I also can't hit a broadside of a barn. So, 6.
That is a miss.
Pythagoras will shoot his glass gas cannon. And he's getting the high rolls. Apparently the high rolls are skipping every other turn. So 20 to hit. I'm going to hit the other guy in front of me.
The one to the right?
Oh, the one to the right. And it's 8 damage.
Noted.
And his AC goes down by 3 for 4 turns. For 4 rounds.
Also noted.
And I'm done, although I'm still like, what the hell's going on down there, guys?
Give me one more perception check.
24.
24, okay. You hear the sound of other bots in the elevator shaft. Looks like more guards are coming down.
If I remember, Sweet Spot used his missile to destroy the door panel on that.
Yep, you are correct.
So the door won't necessarily open.
You can still hear him coming down, though.
Alright, well. Templar. Alright.
Yep, chances are they'll probably be able to force the door open.
I'll warn everyone. The clown car is still producing, guys. So I'm done.
Well, if, based on tactical stuff, if we crawl down towards them and as the elevator door opens, we hit them with the electrode cathode ray, it'll probably knock out everyone.
What if we just hit the doors with the cathode ray now? Will that...
we can't reach it. It only goes out 40 feet.
Oh, that's a shorty.
Okay, Alloy, it is back up to you. And Pat, you are now in command. So, Carapace, you had asked last round if you could figure out where your weapons are.
Yep.
Because they're not on your shoulder anymore. So as you are kind of like feeling around in your body, trying to figure out where did all my guns end up going, you feel on your back some panels start shifting around, some pieces start coming together.
Keep going.
And it forms into a gun, a pretty big gun that looks to be the combination of several weapons from all of you.
Oh, you're being too nice.
So as you're thinking about this weapon kind of forms up on your back and kind of comes up and kind of mounts itself on your shoulder.
So I'm a proper tank now.
And just for you, just for you, just for today here, just for this awesome combat for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
This is a Blue Star plasma caster.
Oh, I don't know what it is, but I know it's beautiful. Is that I'm assuming it's a heavy weapon?
I just posted it in the chat for you. Or at least the link for it in the chat.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, so you didn't actually make that up?
Yeah, no, This is probably like a challenge rating stupid. Yeah. Challenge rating.
Level 17.
Yeah. Okay, well, so one quick question. If this is a combination of all of the stuff that we have, and this is just to help our leg be happy, one of the weapons that I had a non-lethal aspect to it, like a merciful. Would this be merciful damage?
High or low, good for you.
High.
Rolled a 6, so nope.
Okay, well, I personally don't really care. I'm just trying to make my leg happy, you know.
Yep.
That's what they all say.
All I gotta do is scratch your belly.
Yep. Okay, so what is the range on that? Ooh.
Hold on. So before you actually shoot, are all of you in agreement that you want to shoot this?
There's a non-lethal option?
Can I sense that there's a merciful crystal attached to this version of me?
Like your body?
Well, I mean, like, if this gun is a combination of all of the guns that I had, and one of them had a merciful weapon in it, can I sense that?
It's not part of this weapon.
Okay, so this is just going to wipe out whatever it is it hits. Okay. I have no problem with this, but I can guarantee you our leg's going to want to walk away.
Well,
there is an option. There is a hole you need to make bigger.
That's also true.
Yep, that's just around the corner over here.
Sure, let's do that.
I can sense the disappointment in your voice.
Well, I mean, it's not every day that I get to like clear out an entire hallway, you know.
You know what?
We'll work on this. Okay.
You can clear out the hallway. I'm for that, actually, because if there's no one around to see where we went, it's more of a mystery and better the odds that we'll actually get away.
There's no version of this where they don't figure that out. We're going to be making a wall big enough for, you know, if anyone ever gets to the bottom of the elevator shaft, there's going to be a wall.
Well,
you know, a hole in the wall.
We'll aim for the elevator shaft, and if the other guys happen to be in the way, well, so be it.
So there's so far 2 votes for yes. Legionnaire is going to vote along with you, so he agrees. He wants you to shoot it.
Sounds like political justification here.
Well, okay, here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say don't shoot down the corridor because there's only 3 guys. Once that elevator shaft opens up again, then we'll do it.
You want to wait for more targets?
Yes.
This is Carapace here you're talking about.
Okay. All right. Well, if that's the way it's going to be.
What I figure is that I'm going to blow a hole through the wall, and then we're going to give a side glance at this thing and an intimidation check, and they're going to run away. And if they don't, then they deserve what they get.
I do agree, actually. Waiting for the elevator to actually be at the door when you fire it will probably destroy the elevator as well, which means there will be no more of these fellas coming down. At least not for a good long while, which would give us time to escape. So it's what's got to happen.
Okay. So I'll wait, yes.
Or you can shoot over their heads and hit the elevator and destroy it before it gets to the bottom.
I don't know if that's going to work.
Would you get intimidation plus you stop anyone from coming in? I don't know if that's actually possible.
I mean, like, under normal circumstances, this gun fills up the entire corridor. In this bigified form, I don't think that there's going to be a shooting over their heads, but that's my interpretation.
Yeah, that's true. They're not going to have heads anymore.
Yeah, right, exactly.
All right, you got 20 seconds left. Make your decision.
Right. I'm going to shoot through the wall, and then give them the side angle thing. But as I know, because of this thing, I'm going to use the boost ability as well to increase the damage of the gun.
Ooh. Remind our listening audience what boost does again?
Boost, yes. So weapons will do a certain base amount of damage, in this case 5d10. But if you spend a move action, you can use an extra charge's worth and increase the damage by a boost amount. In this case, 2d10. So we'd be doing 7d10 damage, but we only get the one shot. But since we're shooting a wall, it's kind of a, we can't really miss this.
What's the weapon called again?
a blue star plasma caster.
Blue Star Plasma Caster.
Oh, I kind of like it.
We'll workshop it, but it's got some good bones to it.
I like it. Let's go with it.
Blue Star Devastator.
Ooh, I like that one.
25 plus 7. So I do 32 from the 70-10. But since this is a heavy weapon, we are considered specialized in heavy weapons. And right now, our hit die are 16. So we add an additional 16 damage. So that's 37 plus 16 is 53. And that is electricity and fire damage. Sadly, no penetration.
But the hardness is down 5 from before.
Right.
So, like a few rounds ago.
Yay!
I hit it with the glass cannon.
You hold your cannon, aim it at the wall, which is already cracked and very messed up from all of the impacts and shots that you had done to it before. Level the blaster right at it. Boom! Blast right through the wall. And you cut a path through the Cybertronian substrate, straight through the wall into the adjoining building.
And Mechamorphosis screams.
And we'll see you next time.
Yes!
Way to go.
What isn't covered is the fact that the bot itself ends up on the opposite side of the building.
Record data log 2212-A 42nd cycle 08. Mission report. Codename Empire of Rust. Mission status ongoing. Oversight Commander Game Master Michael Ordway. Squad Commander Magnum played by Matthew G. Range Combat Specialist Wild Strike played by Mike M. Melee Combat Specialist Carapace, played by Patrick Finn. Support Melee Combat Specialist Rex, played by Rob Muller. Forward Scout Sweet Spot, played by Adam Achu. Logistics support provided by the Transmissions Network. To support the show, please visit transmissionspodcast.com/rust. Mission success.